Shut up and sit down.
Welcome once again to the Shite podcast show. I'm your host Mark Kearns on episode 108, and we're back, and this time with a kind of Netflix special where we're going to take a look at all the shows that are going to be coming up on through Netflix over this September. A lot of shows that I've been looking at are all original, so they're not kind of season 2s, and this is a brand new series. A few movies shown in there as well that are original Netflix originals that you might want to watch. And considering that Netflix has increased their prices, it'd be good to look at what's coming up in the next few months. If Netflix wants that extra, I think it's like nearly €2. I think it's like if you're on the €10 package, it's just near €12, or might be a little bit over €12. I kind of didn't read it when it popped up on my screen. I was kind of just watched Stranger Things, so I was like, next, I don't care. And then I got an email and I was like, what? It's going up. Anyway, so yeah, good look through the things. One thing that might be happening with Netflix is that it might be switching certain shows to weekly viewing. So the idea of this is that not all shows that they're going to be doing, so not like Stranger Things or shows that you like to binge watch, they will be sticking on weekly, but there are a few new shows that they're going to be launching in. They're going to be test piloting whether they're going to look week by week basis instead of giving you all 11 episodes all at once. So they already do this with the Great British Bake Off, and which I didn't even know they had on Netflix. I thought that was on Channel 4. I don't know if that's just for British viewers or US viewers who want to watch the Great British Bake Off, but if you do watch on, you probably already know that it comes out on a weekly basis. Now there's a new reality TV show that they're going to be shooting that stars Carly B and Chance the Rapper called Rhythm and Flow, and that also will be coming out on a week by week basis. As well as this Disney Plus, they're going to be showing certain shows as weekly week by week as well, and I kind of can see more on Disney Plus side where they mightn't have as much content as Netflix. So like the idea of like spreading shows out by week basis means people won't binge watch and have absolutely nothing to watch. So you spread out and it gives you more time to create more content. So I kind of see it from Disney Plus is that way. Like they we don't have a lot, so if we just spread out by week basis, we'll make the shows last a little bit longer. But for Channel 4, for Netflix, who kind of just make the money or the name from this binge watching, pretty much synonymous with binge watching on Netflix by now. They're going to be experimenting, see if it works. So it was probably going to rub up a few fans the wrong way, but like when I was watching Game of Thrones, and that comes out week by week basis, having a show that's a week to kind of think and come up with like possibilities of what's going to happen, it kind of brings kind of water cooler moments where you're in work and you're chatting to a person who also watches the series about what's going to happen next, and you don't know, and kind of prolongs it. It makes it more exciting to watch the next episode when it's spread out over a week. But what I like about likes of Netflix, where they give you all the episodes, is that you can just watch episode by episode. So when you leaves it on your cliffhanger and you want to watch the next episode really, really, really soon, you can. So I think there's definitely enough room for it to have both styles of format of all at once or week by week, and you can kind of pick and choose which way you like. At least when you have them delivered all 12 episodes, if you want to wait a week to watch it, you can, even though most people, if you have a spare few hours and a show is left on a cliffhanger, you're going to watch the next episode. Like, I'm not one for binge watching too much. Like, I think I'll watch 1 or 2 episodes and I'm like, I need to do something with my life. I can't sit and watch TV all the time. I need to be active. But even like series like that I started with Stranger Things recently enough, you might wait, watch an episode, and you leave. Then like you maybe go get food, and you're like, I'll watch one more episode. So like I can see, I don't see Netflix will shoot themselves in their foot, and they'll kind of know that's their bread and butter is binge watching TV, and they have a lot of series as well. They don't need to put out week by week because they're running out of material to use. There's so much series on Netflix that comes to Netflix every month that like you don't they can well afford to just give it everything at once. There's always going to be something to watch. Anyway, speaking of which, like I said today, I'm going to be looking out at a few series that are going to be coming out on Netflix this September. They all launch in September, and this one I think comes out around 12th. I didn't put down the date, but I'm nearly certain it is the 12th. It's called Criminal, and it's apparently meant to revolutionize the crime drama series. So it's meant to turn it kind of on its head. The kind of premise of it is going to be 12 unique crime stories spread across different countries around Europe. So the countries include UK, Spain, France, and Germany. I think like 4 episodes are going to be in the UK. It stars David Tennant, which has to be sold already. If anyone has ever watched Jessica Jones or heard me even talk about Jessica Jones, David Tennant is a brilliant actor, plays a brilliant villain. So if it has David Tennant in it, I'm at least gonna give it a try. And I don't yet know if the series itself is going to be kind of a bit artsy-fartsy, and it's going to be like all the Spanish episodes are going to be in Spanish, all the French episodes are going to be in French, or will parts of it be in French and Spanish? I also don't judging off, because basically all I have to go off is their ad for the series and a little bit of information that I read up about it. It doesn't go into great detail of how they'll try to tie the stories in together. It's meant to be a bit of a cat and mouse drama, so I take it that a few of the stories are going to be interlinked or maybe spread across the similarities, and David Tennant's going to be maybe an investigator in all the different cases. It also features Haley Atwell and Emma Suarez as well, are going to be kind of main actors in it. The writer on Killing Eve, George Key, will be the showrunner for the series. So if you're a fan of Killing Eve, kind of has the same kind of feel to Killing Eve in terms of kind of way it's shot and kind of tone of the series. So if you're a fan of Killing Eve, it might be worth watching as well. It's one of those series that I haven't seen a whole lot of, but bits that I've seen and from the movie, from the series of this, kind of has a similar feel of it to it. So if you're a fan of Killing Eve and a fan of David Tennant, at least have a watch of the series and see what you think yourself. Definitely, if it has David Tennant, I'm gonna give it a go. Anyway, the next one is probably one I'm most excited about, and it's out this Friday. It's out 6th of September. It's called The Spy. It stars Sacha Baron Cohen, who you know from Ali G, who ruined Craig Davis's career, Borat, and Bruno. And yeah, like I said, Ali G, it plays these slapstick characters. Like I said, Ali G pretty much ruined Craig Davis's career. Not pretty much, he did ruin it. I wonder how Sacha Baron Cohen feels about ruining. I wonder if he doesn't care. If he said, I'm trying to just have a bit of fun. But definitely, Craig Davis, like for a good 10 years, probably couldn't go anywhere in public without someone going, Craig Davis, to him at all. And Borat and Bruno, once again, they played. I don't really have to explain Borat or Bruno. If you haven't seen any of those movies, check them out. But Blaze basically plays a slapstick character. However, this series is not going to be a comedy. It's going to be a serious drama. So he's dipping his toes into the world of drama, Sacha Baron Cohen. And what he does is he plays a real life kind of shoes clerk, and he is turned into a secret agent. The series is going to be set in the 60s. It's set in, by the way, he's an Israeli shoes clerk who's turned into a secret agent. Set in the 60s, Cohen's character has to go undercover for a year inside Syria on a year-long mission to spy for Mossad. And basically, the whole kicker of the series is he struggles between the character or his secret identity and himself, and which one he is now after all that he kind of witnessed and has to go through. And yeah, it looks really, really good. Sacha Baron Cohen's character kind of does look like a serious Borat, though. But in terms of him playing a real serious role and you being able to take it serious, based off the trailer that I've seen, he pulls it off. He does a really, really good job, and it looks amazing. It's well shot. You kind of can't believe, like a lot of shows on Netflix, you kind of can't believe this is going to be serious. Like really, really good kind of cinematography. Looks really, really expensive to make, basically. And yeah, I'm really, really excited to look at it. It's called The Spy. It's out tomorrow. It's out on the 6th of September, so you don't have long to wait. Yeah, and I definitely recommend, if you haven't watched it already, by the time you listen to this, you should probably watch it. It looks really, really good. And Sacha Baron Cohen is hilarious. Can't wait to see him what he does as in a more serious role. So the last of the series is that I'm going to talk about is one called The Island. So it's called the I, as in the letter I, land as LAND. So you just take out the S from Island. You've got the name of the series. It's called The Island. And it's out on the 12th of September. Maybe that's the series that was out on the 12th of September that I'm thinking of, and not not the previous Criminal. But I'm really certain, maybe both of them are around the same time. Anyway, I'm going to go through what the Entertainment.ie's description of this series is. And you go, the series looks like a Fire Festival documentary meets Lost, meets Hunger Games. So basically nuts. And it's basically 10 strangers who are on this treacherous desert island. And they come over, and basically they're meant to be, it's meant to be this party island. There's like DJs, sandy beaches, beautiful women, and you're like, all right, this, I can see the Fire Festival. And then it's used to this girl bleeding a hole in her finger. It kind of just looks like a series where, you know, something really disgusting is going to happen. Someone's going to have a severed hand, and you're going to be kind of on your edge of your seat wondering what's going to happen next and how this start of the series got to this point now. So it looks really, really good. And when you watch the trailer, like, just type in like I said, I land. You'll get the trailer for it. Watch it. You'll know what the description between Fire Festival Lost meets Hunger Games. Because it's meant to bring the 10 people who are trapped on the island through physiological and philosophical challenges throughout the series. To rise up and better themselves. So, like, that's the whole idea, the whole premise. The whole premise of the series, and like I said, it puts them through kind of, I don't know, this on the description of it, it said the island's making them do it, so I don't know if there's going to be kind of weird kind of voodoo magic at play throughout this series, or if it's going to be kind of like Saw, where people have trapped them on the island, and they have to go through these challenges, and they have to sacrifice somebody else in order to get off the island. But it kind of has that feel a bit of. So definitely worth a watch. Like I said, it's out on the 12th of September. So next week, you can watch the series and figure it out for yourself. Moving on to the movies. These are a few movie recommendations, and they're basically Netflix original movies. Netflix has got into the whole business of making standalone movies. They've done a pretty good job as well. And this one stars Zach Gilfrancs, who you will know from likes of Step Brothers. You'll like to know from The Hangover, Due Date, and The Campaign, which he did with Will Ferrell. And yeah, basically, it plays a kind of. He basically plays himself, just more satirical version of himself. He's a talk show host who, when Will Ferrell discovers his public access show. He puts on, he uploads it to a site called Funny or Die. Zach's character becomes a laughing stock, a viral laughing stock. And the series premises is, it basically goes behind the scenes as Zach and his crew get ready to kind of recapture his career and go on a high-profile celebrity interviews in order to restore his reputation. And yeah, like I said, it has Will Ferrell apparently in it. It has Zach Gilfranks, who's also hilarious. This is going to be really, really funny. I don't have... I thought I had the date of the movie out. I think it might be near the end of September, but the next show that I'm going to talk about is near the end of September, so I might be just looking at that day. It looks pretty funny. It's going to be out sometime in September. I should have put when it was out. I didn't, but like I said, stars Zach Gilfranks and Will Ferrell. So like enough said in terms of that one. It's going to be funny. They've done a lot of shows together. If you've liked The Campaign, I imagine it's going to be something similar about The Campaign. Like The Campaign, as they, in terms of all the movies that they've done together, The Campaign more than likely will have the more similar feel. That's what I imagine anyway. The next one is something kind of different. Is once again this crime thriller drama. It's called In the Shadow of the Moon. It's on the 27th of September, not too far away, about a month away from Halloween, and that's why I think they're maybe sliding this one in to just get people ready for Halloween. Maybe a few of the Halloween shows that they have coming back, Netflix. And it's set in 1988 in Philadelphia. A police officer called Thomas Lockhart is hungry to become a detective, and he's tracking the serial killer who only appears every 9 years. But when the crimes become to defy scientific explanation, Lockhart's obsessions to find out the truth threatens to destroy his career, his family, and even his sanity. It's directed by Jim Michael, and it also stars Michael C. Hall. And yeah, like I said, it's a psychobabble thriller. I haven't seen the kind of trailer for the movie just yet, but reading on it, coming up closer to like Halloween, this series, you're going to be in the mood for something. You're going to be in the mood for a thriller, kind of crime drama. This could be your answer. There's a lot of crime dramas coming out on Netflix. They're really going back to this well of crime dramas. If you're a fan of the crime dramas, I say this one will be a little bit more darker, a little bit more kind of scary. You're going to go, and yeah, it's going to have you on your edge seat. That's what I think you're going to get with this series because of when it's coming out around November. They're going to get lining up for Halloween. They want something kind of like a little bit jumpy. And that's what I think you'll get with The Shadow of the Moon. And yeah, like I said, it's out on the 27th of September. So end of this month, you will be able to watch it on a Friday night, I believe it is, over here. That will be me for this show. Now you can make up your mind whether you want to keep paying Netflix the €2 extra that they're charging you for their fee, or will you switch over to Amazon Prime? At least now you have a better understanding with the new shows that they're going to be releasing right now. I'll be back next Thursday with a brand new show. Talk to you then, and we'll be doing a comic book show. So if you're a fan of the comic book shows that we do, you might as well stay tuned to that. Talk to you next Thursday.
Shut up and sit down.